thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome back! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Today it's all about better homes and bargains. The right kind of bargains on the things you find at the thrift store could help you do better in many, many things in life. Next up, we're going to learn how to bid better and buy better with eBay. Good old eBay. Bidding, buying, and auctioning off on eBay. As much a pastime as microwave specialist Joey Karen, I know you know him, saying that almost everything we do is America's pastime, except baseball. Many of you out there will know the feeling of battering up to bid for something on eBay and waiting to place that bid on eBay, and hoping you hit a home run with the right bid to snap that treasured item that you want on eBay. I never auctioned or have bought anything off of auction on eBay, but I have bought a few things from the site. Many of them have made their way to this channel over the years, like a whole bunch of Emmy Award programs, legitimate Emmy Award programs. And the electronic Let's Make a Deal home game was actually a treasured trinket of my childhood. Anyway, you know the feeling. I so much know the feeling. And now, we're gonna reclaim that feeling and do it better with the eBay electronic talking auction game from Parker Brothers, purchased for $4.99. This was purchased in April of 2021. At the time, this thing, being made in 2001, was 20 years old. This thing is 23 now, and it's for 3 to 4 players ages 10 to adult. So if you got some experience on eBay, even if you're a kid, you might want to check this out. No computer required to play, but you will need 3 AAA batteries, which the main game unit did contain, but they were a bit corroded. I had to take them out, and the game unit itself, the battery compartments were a bit corroded. I had to clean that up, try to insert new batteries, didn't work. So, right off the bat, the main game unit is a bit of a bust. It says 3 players here, but it's really 3 to 4 players, so why do we need the extra 4th player? I have a theory. I'll talk about that later. But for now, not a lot of bells and whistles for this, except the game unit, the game board, which you could set up like this and place in the center. I'm just roughing it up, folks, not really going by the setup instructions, which we'll show you about in a moment. Hey, look! They actually just came out. So yeah, the box isn't really as tight as I want it to be. See this opening here? Anyway, these are the instructions. And beyond the game unit and the game board, we also have 3 plastic auction bays and plastic bid trays with 63 item cards, 9 special cards, and 48 bid cards. The object of the game is to outbid your opponents to collect the most valuable items up for auction. Sadly, all those items and their values are fictitious. They're fake. I mean, a G.I. Joe astronaut for $100? Yeah, kind of fake now. Especially when you count the enemy of all that is good in the world of penny pinching: inflation. Anyway. These items are divided into 6 categories: toys and beanbag plus, books, movies and music, pottery and glass, collectibles, antiques and art, and everything else. If you collect 3 or more items in any of these categories, you make a collection which doubles the actual value of everything that you collect here. And there are 2 types of values: estimated value, the value that you think it's worth, and the actual value, what it actually is. You win the game by determining the highest actual value of items that any one of the 3 players has. You know what? We'll show you the rest of the instructions right now. And as always, give you 10 seconds to comb through them. Begin. That's it. 10 seconds. Now on to the rest of the items. The real heart of the game? The items themselves, along with the bid cards and the special play cards. And of course, these are your trays here. Let's get them all out. According to the setup here, this would be your auction bay, and this would be your bid tray. Your bid tray is where you store all the items that you want to bid, along with your bidding cards, which are divided into various dollar amounts. And your auction bays are where you place the items that you want to auction here when you're ready to actively auction them off, or place bids on them. And as for the items themselves, again, they're all fake. But you'd be surprised to find out the stock photos using these things really add a certain depth of authenticity to them. Like presidential silverware, the estimated value $500 and its actual value $200. Or how about an amethyst stone, $300 estimated value and the actual value is $600. That's double! Nice! They also give you a brief description of each item, estimated and actual in terms of value. These are your bid cards. How much money you want to bid? $100, $50, or $250 as you might have seen. $125. You can really shoot the moon when it comes to bidding prices, but don't go overboard. Why? Because there will be 30 rounds of bidding here, and per each round, you better be quick and careful about how much you want to bid on. Because there will be a sound from the main game unit, aka the auctioneer, if you're not quick enough. And once that sounds, you can't place a bid. You'll have to wait until the next turn. We also have here books, movies, and music. This is definitely my forte. 8-track player and tapes, $200. Some of the worst music ever made. That's real value of $200 out of the estimated value of the same price. Reliving the 70s with this real 8-track player and my entire 8-track collection. We don't have an 8-track player here, but we do have a big stereo, a whole bunch of cassettes, and a record player. So if you pay attention to the stock photos here, they give you a sense of authenticity and realism. And as far as the brand names go, well, an Edison photograph and a G.I. Joe collectible are as brand name as they're gonna get here. Now, the special cards here, well, these are actually curveballs that you can throw at any player at any time. Like this gift card, for instance. That means whichever player you pick has to give one of their items to you as a gift. That's pretty cool. And the display case card matches any category that you have, so you can build a collection. So those are the cards here. Pretty darn cool. Again, this would all be worthwhile if the main game unit actually worked. Oh, and by the way, how to win the game? When bidding is over, the auctioneer announces that the auction is over. All remaining items on the trays are sold. Players tally up the actual value of all the items that they were able to successfully bid and snag, and the one with the highest actual value wins. It's displayed a lot more in here, but then again, that's why we gave you 10 seconds to look at that. I'm just giving you a rough summary. And now you know why this game is a bit rough for me to review, even though it has been fairly easy to do, because I so wish it worked. But I think that's where the fourth player would come into play. If your copy of this happened to not stand the test of time very well and expire well before its expiration date, of which there really is none, but this thing is so much funnier, so come on, it aged. That fourth player could serve as an auctioneer. You might not even need the main game unit. Heck, I have an auctioneer's gavel to use. That player could call the game manually. Be the MC of sorts. Be the Monty Hall, if you will. Or the Bob Barker, if you will. Oh, that's where the money is. Either way, get it on the throw. The eBay auctioneer calls out the play, and you get your bid in quickly before the bay closes. Who can get the most for their money? outbid and outwit your family and friends to see who can collect the most valuable items. Get 3 or more items in the same category, and the values double. You only have seconds to plan your strategy. Since you've been high or low, are you building a collection or blocking your opponent? Beware, all is not what it seems. Your item's actual value may be more or less than what was estimated. The fast-paced bidding will keep you on the edge of your seat until the auctioneer calls out, "Sold!" I had to do that. Remember, the player with the most valuable collection wins. A great deal of fun for everyone. That, for this particular copy, is not that big of a deal after all. 2.5 out of 5 claps. Not so much a solid investment. And now you know why I'm more Bob Barker than eBay. I can't even access my eBay account right now. But still, all's fair in love and bidding wars. Are you sold yet? Yeah, I thought not. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.